Okay, now we get to the important people. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to tell you something about this lady. Senator Diane Feinstein is the one that initiated everything. And I think Eric's going to remember this. She facilitated one of our first meetings of Mayor Garcetti and myself, and this is exactly, and I'm sure the senator remembers this. She sat us in a room, it was just the three of us, and she said, look, I have negotiated world treaties, I've negotiated world peace, we're going to make this happen. That was our instructions, right? And she said, how are you guys going to do it? And Eric and I kind of scratched on the back of a napkin how we're going to do it. She said, fine, now make it happen. So ladies and gentlemen, a huge, huge help to local control of Ontario Airport, Senator Diane Feinstein.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Well, I'll tell Chairman Wapner this. It actually started before this mayor came into office. We tried earlier, and with a prior airport director and a prior, airport director and a prior mayor, and it didn't work out. The mayor changed. We had this dinner, and we were together, and I said, we laid out what was happening, and I said, Mr. Mayor, what do you think? And he turned around to his airport director, Deborah Flint, and he said, begin the negotiations again. And she did, and the negotiations were concluded because what we see on this stage is really something at one point I never thought I could see. And that is Los Angeles International Airport and Ontario coming together in a joint effort to see this airport prosper. And it is a very big deal, ladies and gentlemen. I think what is significant about this room are the number of people in public office who want to see this airport succeed. And for this community, Ontario, in a sense, it's a new beginning. 700 developable acres. I went through the facilities earlier. The captain of police here drove us around, told us a little bit about every building on the premises. It is a great place for an airport company like Southwest to put flights here. And so I know that everybody on this dais is going to be willing to help with that. And I think when you have this kind of what was prior to this, a competitive situation, now coming into a team situation, it should be a signal to the private airline industry to step up and produce something here. 2 weeks ago, I left LA through LAX. The line was 90 minutes. I have never seen a longer line for the magnetometers. It was truly almost all the way through this building. It was incredible, and the gridlock. This can help LAX give a better experience to their passengers, and it can create a new experience for passengers in this area. With the developed space is developed so that it is airport sensitive and commercially sensitive, I think we've got an opportunity to do something at a time and a place that not many people have. And it's not shabby. Having the Los Angeles mayor, the Ontario mayor, the Board of Supervisors, the head of FAA, plus the members of the Congress that are here. House Member Calvert, we talked on the phone about it, over the lease that had to be passed. Congresswoman Torres, Napolitano, others on this dais, none here right now, my colleague, Senator Boxer, all of us came together to get this lease, which I thought would be so simple, which in this day and age is nothing as simple in Washington, as you might guess, to get it passed and signed by the president. and it is. And so there really is a new day. If you walk through this airport, and you go through this one, and you go to the one directly abutting this, what you will see is what can be the beginning of a great passenger experience. I myself flew from San Francisco, 3 round-trip trips to Ontario for 6 years as an appointee of Governor Pat Brown. It was an old airport, but I'll tell you what, that Lockheed Electra's flight time was 55 minutes from here to San Francisco. So this can really be a new day in travel here. And I think the team is assembled here. And I think that all of us should put our shoulders to the wheel, sell this airport, bring other airlines in, and show what Ontario, California can do. So thank you, everybody. I'm delighted to be a part of it.
You know, and one thing I didn't mention when I introduced Senator Feinstein, she got involved in this totally on her own, unilaterally. She was not requested, and that was mainly because of phone calls she was getting from you in the region. But again, I want to applaud Senator Feinstein for taking it upon herself to insert herself in the negotiations. Thank you, Senator Feinstein.